Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here. I'm the creator of the Divi Taxonomy Helper plugin, and today I have version 1.5. This is an update with a couple new features that I want to show you. This is by far my most underrated plugin, and what I'm going to show you today probably will really surprise you that you didn't know that our plugin could do this. So let's take a look. All right, so version 1.5. By the way, I just did a whole rebrand of the plugin, new like thumbnails and everything, but that's not really that important. But the version 1.3 that we had, we released an update where you could show current level taxonomy. So like when you're looking at a category and then there's subcategories, and then you have our module, then you could display only taxonomies within that, like the level that you're viewing. That may sound confusing. Anyway, let me make it simpler. In the last version, we realized, hey, people are building a WooCommerce store with Divi and they want to have a grid of categories because that's natural for an e-commerce store. But what we realized was in Divi, the Woo Products module was showing all the products no matter what. So you could be viewing a parent category and it would be showing products from like 2 or 3 category levels down. You know how it is, like you go into different categories. You might be in a parent category and then a child category and a grandchild category. It was showing products for all of them. That's what it does by default, and we solved that in version 1.4. Well, now we also realize, well, the blog module does the same thing. So when you have posts on your blog and you have a post in the second level down, Divi doesn't care. It shows them all. And so we decided to fix that. And that's what this first feature is about. Only show post in current category level. It's a really big deal. Especially for the WooCommerce stores where it's like critical. But for a blog, it's also a big deal. It's just, you're going to leave people confused if you don't have this. So here we add this setting. This is the blog module. So we add this setting directly to the existing blog module. When you enable that, now you only see the post from that category. And I'm going to show you that on our live demo. So I have some links here to the live demo. So let's go there. I also have all the documentation updated. So here, now we are viewing the category that's a parent category. And all I'm doing here is showing, here is a blog module. This is a real blog module right here. And it's not working because look, it's showing post in a grandchild category, post in a child category, post in a parent. Well, that's correct. That one's correct because it's in a parent. And then post in all the categories. So this one should show up in no matter what. Now down here it's corrected using this setting. So it's only showing the post in the parent category because that's the one I'm viewing. Now watch what happens when I go to the child category. Now we would, expect to see just the child one, see? And then this one because it's in both. Let me just show you the back end of that just to make it really clear. I'll open up this child one and show you just what I have for the settings in the category checkboxes. Right over here, you can see that there's parent category, child category, and grandchild. This one happens to be on child, right? So we only want it to be showing when I'm viewing that category. And that's what it's doing here, whereas in Divi by default, it does that. I know that is a little confusing, but once you realize it, you're like, wow, this plugin is super powerful. It does a lot of things. Not only does it display like the actual like products and events. So like here I redid this, put some things here. But anyway, so if I go to like posts, just as an example, you can go to WooCommerce and projects. They're all on the home page. Here are literally like a grid of layouts. Also, if I go to WooCommerce, see here, like this kind of thing is now possible. This is our module. But when you're viewing these, you might have subcategories, clothing. You might click on clothing, and then there might be pants, and then there'll be another subcategory of like the type, the style, and then maybe even another subcategory, and you would only see products within that, right? That's how this works, and the same way for the blog. And then one more feature in this update is to set the default taxonomy images. So as you know, if you know anything about this plugin, you can set images. So if I go in here to like a category, I can set a default image, and then this image, this is here added by our plugin. But I can also now, with this update, set a default image. So I could come here, and whatever image I set, so if I click upload, it opens the media library. Whatever image I set here, if this is for posts, and let's say now I have a post here. Oops, I gotta go to categories. So let's say I have one here. Yeah, this one here. This one does not have an image added. See that? But since there's one added to the default now, I can actually go ahead and view this category, and there's an image. That's showing there because back here in the theme options, this, here I'll just copy the URL just to prove it. That's that image. And so it's a way, like if you don't want to miss any, so you want to set a default one, or you just want them all to be the same, or you're worried that you did miss one, so you want to have like a default placeholder one. There you go. That's what you can do with this new feature. And like I said, we have the demos, which I already showed you. We have our documentation all updated. So here, we have the getting started guide, and then we have the settings list, and I added a couple more items here. The Woo category fix, the blog category fix, and then setting default images. So everything here is updated. I even updated graphics and directions on some of these, all this stuff. Now we're always up to date. That's what we do. Every time we think of something that is a way to improve it, or if someone has a question that I realize, hey, I need to update the docs, and so I try to do that. Hopefully my new branding is helpful, more clear. It kind of tells you exactly what it does now. It's just a lot more clear what it does. So I hope that's a nice addition you appreciate. All right, so that's version 1.5. If you have any feature ideas related to taxonomies in Divi, let us know. We'll be happy to add any new features that you have. Check out all of our other plugins and everything we do, and I hope you enjoy. We'll see you in the next video.